Before the expanse of America stretched from sea to shining sea, the Cherokee thrived across the southeastern woodlands. With origins veiled in the mists of pre-colonial times, their history is a testament to resilience, innovation, and the tragic consequences of clashing cultures. From their ancient cities in the shadow of the Appalachian Mountains, the Cherokee built a society rich with tradition, wisdom, and a profound connection to the land, a land that would witness their greatest triumphs and most heartbreaking trials. This story begins with a people defined not just by their survival, but by their ability to reshape the world around them, even as it changed beneath their feet. The Cherokee, known to themselves as Aniwia, meaning principal people, originally settled in an expansive region that today comprises parts of Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina. Their language, part of the Iroquoian family, reflects a unique cultural heritage distinct from neighboring tribes. By the mid-17th century, the population numbered approximately 22,500. Their society was organized into a complex system of towns, divided into red for war and white for peace, each governed by chiefs who held distinct roles in the tribal hierarchy. This division underscored a sophisticated governance system that balanced everyday life with the demands of conflict and diplomacy. Within the shelter of dense forests and rolling hills, Cherokee society flourished. Their villages were centers of activity, with homes constructed from wood and river cane, covered with mud plaster and bark roofs. Agriculture was central to their lifestyle. They cultivated corn, beans, and squash, known as the Three Sisters, which provided the nutritional foundation for their diet. Hunting and fishing supplemented their meals, with deer, turkey, and fish being staple proteins. Social and religious life revolved around the council house, a large circular building at the village center where important decisions were made, ceremonies performed, and the sacred fire kept continuously burning, symbolizing unity and continuity. As European explorers and settlers arrived in the Americas, the Cherokee found themselves navigating new and often perilous relationships. Initially, their encounters with the Spanish were sporadic, yielding mutual curiosity more than conflict. However, it was with the British that the Cherokee formed a complex web of alliances and trade relationships. These interactions introduced new goods and weapons into Cherokee society, but also brought diseases and the unsettling dynamics of European politics. By aiding the British in the French and Indian War, the Cherokee aimed to secure allies capable of respecting their territorial boundaries, a strategy that reflected their sophisticated understanding of power dynamics in an increasingly connected world. Despite their strategic alliances with the British, the relationship deteriorated rapidly post the French and Indian War. The British, overwhelmed by colonial expansion and war debts, failed to uphold promises to protect Cherokee lands. Resentment brewed as settlers encroached on their territories, leading to escalating tensions. In 1760, the situation exploded into the Anglo-Cherokee War, sparked by mutual distrust and provoked attacks. The Cherokee, feeling betrayed, launched a series of raids on frontier settlements. In retaliation, British forces employed scorched earth tactics, destroying numerous Cherokee towns and crops, deeply wounding the tribe's ability to sustain itself and altering their landscape forever. In the aftermath of war, the Cherokee sought peace through treaties, only to face further loss. The Treaty of Augusta in 1773 and the Treaty of Sycamore Shoals in 1775 forced the Cherokee to cede large tracts of land to alleviate debt and prevent further conflict. These treaties, often negotiated under pressure or deceit, led to significant reductions in their ancestral territories. Each cession eroded their land base, pushing them further into smaller, less sustainable areas. This pattern of coerced land cessions highlighted the persistent challenges and inequities faced by the Cherokee as they navigated the tumultuous landscape of American independence and expansion. Faced with shrinking territories and increasing pressures from American settlers, the Cherokee demonstrated remarkable adaptability. By the early 19th century, they had begun to integrate many aspects of American settler culture. They established a formal government modeled on that of the United States, embraced new agricultural techniques, and even adopted a written constitution. Most notably, in 1821, Sequoyah introduced the Cherokee syllabary, a writing system that revolutionized their communication and education. This period of adaptation showcased their resilience as they sought to protect their culture and autonomy by assimilating useful elements from the encroaching cultures while fiercely maintaining their distinct identity. The Cherokees' efforts to adapt and coexist came to a tragic head with the Indian Removal Act of 1830, championed by President Andrew Jackson. Despite a U.S. Supreme Court ruling favoring Cherokee land rights, Jackson refused to enforce it, paving the way for forced removal. In 1838, nearly 16,000 Cherokee were coerced onto a harrowing journey known as the Trail of Tears. Under military supervision, they were driven from their homes, their lands plundered. Facing harsh conditions, inadequate supplies, and illness, over 4,000 Cherokee perished during the 1,000-mile trek to what is now Oklahoma, marking one of the darkest episodes in their history and American history alike. Upon reaching Oklahoma, the hardships for the Cherokee did not cease. The new land was already occupied by other Native American tribes, leading to territorial disputes. Furthermore, internal divisions within the Cherokee community intensified as they grappled with the trauma of their forced removal and the challenges of reestablishing their society. The following years were marked by conflict with the Osage and internal feuds, which sometimes turned violent. Despite these adversities, the Cherokee strove to rebuild, maintaining their government and cultural practices, and slowly adapting to yet another new environment in an ongoing testament to their resilience and enduring spirit. Today, the Cherokee Nation stands as a vibrant testament to the enduring spirit and resilience of its people. With a population exceeding 730,000 across the United States, they continue to cherish and promote their rich heritage, language, and traditions. The tribe operates schools that teach the Cherokee language and culture, preserving their unique identity for future generations. Furthermore, their government actively engages in national and international discussions on Indigenous rights, environmental protection, and cultural preservation. By maintaining their historical records and promoting awareness, the Cherokee ensure that the lessons of their past inform their future, advocating for a world where their history is not just remembered, but honored.